Comic Book Men is an American reality television series airing on the AMC network. It is set at Kevin Smith's comic book shop, Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash, in Red Bank, New Jersey. Production history. Filmmaker Kevin Smith was drawn to television through his love of podcasting, through which he says he realized his true calling, telling stories with words rather than pictures. His website, smodcast.com, features a number of podcasts, including I Sell Comics. Hosted by Mike Zappick and Ming Chen, and Tell 'em Steve Dave. Co-hosted by Walt Flanagan and Brian Johnson. The latter was the inspiration for Comic Book Men. Brian Quinn, the third co-host of Tell 'em Steve Dave, was unable to be featured in the series due to the conditions of his contract for the TOU TV series Impractical Jokers. NJ.com reported in July 2011 that AMC was interested in the TV show that was being developed by Smith, which was set at Smith's store, and described as Porn Stars for Geeks. The series would be part of AMC Network's active entry into reality television. AMC decided to pick up the show to follow The Walking Dead. The working title was Secret Stash, before it was finalized as Comic Book Men. The first season ran for 6 one-hour episodes, the premiere of which aired on February 12, 2012, following the return of The Walking Dead a second season. On May 9, AMC announced that Comic Book Men was renewed for a second season of 16 half-hour episodes. Season 2 premiered October 14, 2012, initially following the third season of The Walking Dead with its first 8 episodes. The second 8 episodes spearheaded AMC's new Real Original Thursdays lineup along with 2 new series, Freak Show and Immortalized. On its new night, it initially aired at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but after a month was moved to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with a repeat episode airing at 10:30 p.m. AMC commissioned a third season in April 2013. Season 3 premiered October 13, 2013 following the third season of Talking Dead. A fourth season was commissioned in March 2014. It was also announced that guest cast member Robert Bruce would be the focus of a companion series that will follow him as he searches for collectibles at sales, auctions and flea markets across the country. AMC announced in October 2014 they were canceling all unscripted shows except for Comic Book Men and Talking Dead, so Robert Bruce's show did not progress past the pilot stage. Season 5 was confirmed on June 7, 2015 and will premiere on October 18, 2015 and will run through 2016. Cast: Kevin Smith, the owner of the store, and a filmmaker and author whose films include Clerks, Chasing Amy and Red State, and whose books include My Boring Ass Life. Smith has been a comic book fan since he was a child, and has gone on to write such comic book series as Daredevil, Green Arrow, and Batman, Cacophony. Walt Flanagan, Smith's friend since high school, and the manager of Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash since 1997. Flanagan has also appeared in small roles in Smith's films, and is a comic book artist himself, having illustrated Smith's miniseries Batman, Cacophony and Batman, The Widening Gyre. He co-hosts the podcast Tell 'em Steve Dave with Brian Johnson and Brian Quinn. Kevin Smith helped him propose to his wife Debbie, referenced in the episode Stash Steroids. Mike Zappick, Zappick is described as having an encyclopedic knowledge of every issue of every comic known to man, which he utilizes at Secret Stash, where he began working in 2000. He co-hosts the podcast I Sell Comics with Ming Chen, and lives in Long Branch, New Jersey with his wife, Julia, and their sons, Mitch and Daniel. Brian Johnson, a longtime friend of Smith's, who, while not officially an employee at Secret Stash, can often be found behind the front counter. Like Flanagan, he has appeared in a number of Smith's films. In 2000, he wrote, directed, and starred in the movie Vulgar, which was based on the clown cartoon featured in the intro of Smith's film, Clerks, and which premiered at the Toronto International Film Festival. He has also written comic books, including Carney and War of the Undead, both of which were illustrated by Walt Flanagan. He co-hosts the podcast Tell 'em Steve Dave with Walt Flanagan and Brian Quinn. Ming Chen Chen first met Smith through the fan site he created in dedication to Smith in 1995, which led to Chen being hired to create the View Askew Productions website. Today he continues to work on all of Smith's online properties, and is the technical expert at the Stash. He co-hosts the podcast I Sell Comics with Mike Zappick, and in his free time he does pro bono website work for two non-profit organizations, Street Poets Incorporated and the Kenny Gordon Foundation. Episodes. Companion podcast. Each episode of Comic Book Men is accompanied by a companion podcast, titled The Secret Stash, which is hosted on the Smodcast network. For the show's first season, some podcast episodes were pre-recorded during the filming of the show, while others were recorded live on the Smodco internet radio station directly following the first airing of an episode, allowing the audience to participate by calling into the show. For the show's second season, the episodes were all recorded in the Secret Stash and hosted by Ming Chen, occasionally joined by some of the others from the show including Walt, Brian, Mike, and frequent series contributor Rob Bruce. Reception. As of December 2012, Metacritic scores the first season 55 out of 100 based on 7 professional TV critics. Ellen Gray of the Philadelphia Inquirer remarked, "Comic Book Men may not be as complicated as Rubicon, but it's smarter than it looks at first." Mike Hale of the New York Times opined that the series is an authentic portrayal of post-collegiate American life, and concluded, "Unregistered trademark s diverting, a little sad, a little boring, full of geeky macho posturing and ultimately pointless, much like a Wednesday afternoon in a comic book shop." David Wiegand of the San Francisco Chronicle called the show an amusing geekfest. See also, Comic Store Heroes, a similar show set at Midtown Comics in Manhattan. References. External links, official website, Comic Book Men at the Internet Movie Database, comicbookmen@tv.com, The Secret Stash podcast official site at smodcast.com.